I come from a Croatian background, very conservative and religious, but in saying that, I had the most amazing family gatherings with special food, lots of dancing and lots of singing. So as life went on, I went and had children, and after raising my children for a little while, I decided to complete my education, university degree, and afterwards decided to go into special education. And this passion was ignited by my daughter, who has autism herself. So then I just decided that guiding children with disabilities to be confident learners was my mission in life. So as a teacher, I was a perfectionist and always meticulous at anything I would be doing. So when I started to forget words or not be able to think of them or spell them, I was really scared. A few months later, I was home alone on the weekend and my daughters were out. And I can recall this story because my family had actually explained what happened to me, because I didn't. I put on some eggs to boil for lunch. After that, I didn't know what happened. Apparently, I forgot about my surroundings. I didn't know how to answer the door. I didn't know how to answer my phone. I couldn't recognise my family members. Family rushed to my house, called the ambulance. Paramedics arrived. Initially, their thoughts were that I had a stroke. Now, the next thing is, my experience at the hospital and diagnosis journey was just awful. I didn't feel that I was believed at the hospital by the staff there, and I felt even if the doctors didn't believe me at the time, they definitely needed a course in sympathy and effective communication. So primary progressive aphasia is a degenerative condition that slowly damages the language part of the brain. In this instance, the left side of the brain, frontal temporal regions. PPA has three variants: semantic, non-fluent, and lopogenic. It's important to mention that no two people living with PPA will present in the same way, but share in their similarities. I found regular appointments with my speech pathologist crucial, as this has given me a pathway into accepting my PPA and working towards different strategies as my condition progresses. That primary progressive aphasia is not an issue with intelligence. In fact, it's the opposite. The person living with primary progressive aphasia is waiting for support through different forms of communication, be it verbal, non-verbal, or written, technological, to share their thoughts. Inclusion is the key here. A little support does make a big difference. I joined a mild cognitive impairment Facebook page. Little did I know that a dementia advocate, Kevin Morris, ran the page and later suggested I contact Kerry Ann at the Dementia Advocates Program. From my first meeting with Kerry Ann, I felt validated, understood. I arrived home and it was going to be okay. Quite simply, my journey and voice mattered.